In this video, we're making Travis Scott Air Jordan 1. These are the pieces to the first ever exotic pair that I made. Unfortunately, at the time, I had no idea how to use exotic leather because they're really hard to use. But luckily, I took them all apart with the old sneaker and we're gonna bring it back to life. All these pieces that were stitched together to make the Travis Scott were Python and Anaconda. And at the moment, I do not know how I was able to make a sneaker because they're so fragile and delicate. It's a super thin material. Last night, I cut each of the sneakers apart and I got them all into their individual pieces. And this morning I laid out a piece of leather and I traced out all the original patterns. I ended up gluing all the panels to the leather so they're backed because, as I mentioned, they're really thin, but backing it with a really nice sturdy leather, it gives great structure and shape for the final product. All the pieces are glued up and cut out, but the next step is to cut them fully out so they have their original shape. After that, we got to color the edges because it has a black finish on the edge and we don't want that, especially with a brown one or a white one. So I'm going to be coming back and dyeing it or coloring it with a marker. I'm one piece down and I'm trying to bring all these panels back to life. As you can see, I skived that all down when it was originally made, but this is a finish that we're going for on the edge, so it's nice and flush. You can't even tell when looking at the panel. And I'm gonna come back with that Pascal marker and I'm gonna color the edges so it looks all brown, flush, and clean. Adding the white and brown finish is going to give it that final detail and a really nice touch because it'll look a lot better than once finishing the sneaker having that black edge. It just won't look as finished as if we paint the edges. And for the skiving, this is a really crucial step because we don't want any bumps along the edges of the seams. So in order to do this, we're just going to skive each piece that overlaps each other so it looks nice and flush. And I also forgot that some of the pieces are actually covered in glue and there's no way to get that glue off at all. So we got to like pretty much last it back where it was originally, but as you can see, I added all this extra material over here, so we got enough material to last it because with this Python skin and the Anaconda skin, it will rip if you just last it, like primarily just lasting the skin. So we layered it up with the leather. I added extra material just in case it rips. We still got enough around the edges to pull, so that's what we want to do while using these exotic materials. So obviously I got 2 shoes worth of pieces here, and I really wish the other sneaker had the lambskin that I use because lambskin is my favorite liner I ever use. This is the softest. Also, do I go with the pocket or no pocket on the inside of the Travis Scotts? Because I don't think I'm gonna go with the pockets just because I would never use them, and it is really cool, but I'll never use it. It is now time to stitch the upper, which means we got to stitch the upper wings onto the black piece of Python. From there, we're gonna redo the Nike swoosh stitching because I didn't do so good back in the day. After that, we're gonna add the back heel, boom, onto both of the white panels. From there, we're gonna add the upper eyelets. We're going to stitch on the wings on each side. From there, after that, we got a full-on upper that's stitched and ready to last. Back in the day, I only did it with a single stitch, but of course, we got to come back with a double stitch, which means the Anaconda gets brown stitch, the white panels get obviously a white stitch, and then the black Python gets the black stitch, so it's all color coordinated and it's very clean. Lots of stitching has now gone down, but it is looking fantastic. We got the upper halfway finished. Now we were having some struggles with the white stitch just because that's like 3 layers of leather, but oh well, we don't have to worry about that anymore. We got the back tab, we got to apply that to there, and boom, it is looking fantastic. But the next one is to go back to the brown thread and keep on stitching it on. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to smash the like button as well as subscribe, turn on notifications, and you can join my shoemaking course, link down in the description. I teach from start to finish how to make your own sneaker just like this. The upper's coming out fantastic so far. I love the contrast with the textures, the colors. The white stitching's all done, the brown upper stitching's all done. This back tab was stitched on perfectly. I also had to cut out 2 new back tabs for that because I don't know why, but I lost those ones. So I cut out 2 new ones. Luckily I had enough material laying around. Cut this one as well as the other one for the sneaker, but the outside is looking great. The inside is looking even better. Now the next steps that we got to do is stitch the upper eyelets up here. We got to stitch the wings, and then we also have to finish up the toe box. Now I do not know how to finish the toe box because the white piece in the middle, I somehow lost it. But luckily the tongue is all Python, so we're gonna use that, cut that up, and then for the tongue and the liner, we're just gonna go with a really nice flexible denim. I think it'll be a really nice touch. As I said, I don't think I'm gonna go with the pocket. I was thinking about it, but now at the stage I'm at right now, I don't think we're gonna go with the pocket. But stay tuned, I'm posting videos every single day. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Let me know, comment down below what you think of this sneaker. Do you like it? What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching and check this video out right here. Bloop.